What's up guys, and welcome to my channel, Flame with a 4. In this video, we'll be doing part 2 of the Terminator. Okay guys, and welcome back. So this is part 2 of Build a Terminator. Very excited about this. I do have the subscription to this, which we have got the big go ahead with. So yes, Flame with a 4 will be covering Build a Terminator, the T-800 Endoskeleton. Guys, how cool is this? It's just amazing. Look at the size of the parts in this section. This is going to be a bad boy. Gonna have to reduce a couple of these shelves, I reckon. Put them in here because that'd be pretty badass that he's going to be sitting back there. Looking at you guys once he started to be built up. So I've seen a lot of people trying to modify this, but you know, we are going to probably do a bit of a modification, but we're going to try and build a bit of it first before we decide to go down the modifying route. Right, so what do you get in issue 2? So you get the lovely magazine again, which show off the amazing teeth, the red eyes, all the like the animatronics of this machine, and you get the parts for part 2. So what we're going to do is we'll bring you down and we'll go through the parts and see what is there, and then we'll have a little talk about it. We will also be getting, just going to do a bit of a spoiler alert, issue 3 looks like we get some sort of electrical section there, so I can't actually wait for that. It's going to be really good. Look how good these binders are. I just went past the news agents and I was like, you know what, I've got to get this. I've got to get number 2. We've got to do this build. So the first video's done pretty well. So let's hope we can continue to do this. And guys, if you have subscribed to this, put it down in the comment section below. Let's talk about it. This is worth talking about. Let's get this done. If you haven't subscribed to this, click the link to Hachette's website. You go there and you get one of these for yourselves because these are amazing. And if you subscribe, which I have, you will get free stuff as well. So in this issue, I think you get a screwdriver set, but I'm going to have to use this for now because I grabbed this from the news agent, like I said, but we will be getting those and we'll cover those a bit later on, okay? So let's get to it.
Okay guys, so the first thing we need to do is take out all our parts. You'll need the upper jaw, the upper teeth, the right arm component A, the right arm component B, the right arm component C, and you will need the 3 sets of screws that are also there as well. They aren't labelled, but you will need to just check which ones they are, and you will need to just put them to the side. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to attach the top of the eyes from the issue 1, and we're going to attach that to 2-1, and we will be doing that with 2 of the screws on the lower section. So we will do a detailed look at it here. We will talk about it again at the end in more detail, but this just screws on here from the upper side where the silver part is down through into the plastic part there. So that's where the eye sockets sit. There you go, and you should have it looking something like that. The next thing that we're going to have to do is we will need to attach 2-7, which are the other screws. They fit pretty flush, to be fair, and they go in the side bit there and also in there as well. So they go in. And remember guys, this is only plastic on plastic. These aren't metal pieces, so please be careful when you're tightening those up. You will need to section off the teeth and take them out. Make sure that you get all the residue bits of plastic off, the bits of stray plastic away from there when you're putting them in place. I'm just going to show you how they line up. So they go in like this. There is a way of doing them, which it tells you in the magazine. You can't really get it wrong. If the teeth don't look like teeth, you know, they will only go in the designated holes. You will need to put a tiny blob of super glue. I do use gel super glue because I find it easier, and dab one of the lugs for the teeth in it. Try not to drop it like that, but yeah, just dab one of the lugs, or both of the lugs, sorry, into the super glue and then place it in. That's the best way I find doing it. If you're going to just sort of like squeeze the super glue in, you can run the risk of it dripping down and ruining the plastic. So the best thing to do is just dab it on the bit you need and then put them into place and then let them set. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let that set for a little while. I'll just show you what it should look like. We won't turn it up the other way because they'll probably fall out until they are dry. And we'll move on now to showing you what they're like once they have dried off. So here you go, there's a nice detailed look there for you. So that's what they look like. They are quite clean. We will have to probably weather these at some point and maybe we gap them a tiny bit because they seem very, very good. They look better than my teeth, to be fair. So you know, we want to make sure that it looks like it's come from a T-800 endoskeleton, not that it's just come out from having veneers. You will need to line these two notches up there, as you can see. So once those two notches are in place, you will have to go and grab the 2-8 screws. Obviously, remember, you're going to have to use the magazine to line those up. And that's really it, guys. So we're going to go and talk about it in a little bit more detail and do some more close-up looks.
Okay guys, so that is it for this issue. Right, so let's just talk about a couple of things you will need, because obviously, hopefully you're watching the video before you go and do yours. You're going to need scissors to undo the packaging. I don't know why I keep forgetting the scissors, but you need scissors because it's in like a sealed package. You can't rip it open. You have to cut your pieces out. So that is a top tip there. You will need super glue because it tells you to use super glue, so make sure you have some super glue handy. I use the gel stuff because I always find it easier and isn't so messy when using it, because if the liquid stuff, if you try to pour it out, what tends to happen is it tends to just kind of like start to go everywhere. But if you get the gel stuff, I just put a dab on a bit of cardboard and then you can just dip the bits in that you want to stick and then put them on, and I find it a lot easier to do it that way. So it's a little top tip there for you. The teeth are very discoloured. They do look a tiny bit different to what they do in the magazine. I mean, if you see here, this is obviously the real one. I guess this is the model one, but see how gapped they are and how dirty they are compared to our fresh, clean teeth here. So there's a tiny bit of a difference in that. But I've seen people modifying them. I am going to be modifying mine in a different way to how everybody else is doing it. So you just need to stay tuned for that, because I will be doing it, but in a completely different way. What we do, come on, how many people tried this first face piece upside down? A lot of people, right? I didn't know what way it went. It was only testing it. It wasn't going to be fitted on, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I and a lot of other people put it on the wrong way. Some people even went so far that they just decided to drill their own holes. Guys, don't ever modify it yet. Give it a chance to start putting it together. So I'm guessing this piece goes in here. This isn't in the issue. Don't do this. This is just me playing, having a look at it. And there you go. So look at that. That is cool, right? So like I said, the teeth are probably two together. Maybe we could do something to that later on, but I just want to keep building it up and then later on we can modify those if we want. The teeth on camera don't look as detailed as they do in person. In person they look a lot detailed, and we do have the eyes moving, so that's good. We don't do much, we don't do anything with this little piece here, so we don't do anything with that. Also, this is just another piece. This is metal. This is actually plastic. I thought this was metal, but it's plastic. So that is a coloured chrome plastic. So there's that piece as well. So that piece, we put that together. The only other thing I will say is the screws are not labelled. So they're all in one bag, but they're not labelled. But if you check your magazine when you first get it, it will tell you that 2.8, 2.6 and 2.7 are the ones that you need to use, but you kind of need to go by the picture. I feel like we know with the DeLorean, they're bagged and they are the ones with the labels in. So before you go and do it, I recommend possibly just getting out like a tub and then just putting in what they are, so you know, so you don't have to keep reverting back to the book, and then you can just get the screws out as you go along, and they're probably going to be the same a little bit along down the line. So it tells you exactly where they are coming from on there as well, which is actually pretty nifty. So this piece here is going to be the top of the arm piece there, and this arm joint here is going to be that part of the arm there, and then obviously the teeth which are here are going to be there. So it's telling you what bit you're building, so you know you're kind of doing that section as you go along. So that's really good. There's some detail in here regarding Iron Man, so that's really cool. I don't want to go through it because I don't want to ruin it for you, so if you subscribe to it, then obviously you can check it out yourself. And then it says, we'll be back. This is issue 3. We construct a T-800 endoskeleton tricep, build a finger, and we test the LED eyes. So there you go. So that's going to be in the next issue. Guys, if you liked this video, Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Please subscribe just to watch the build if you're not doing it yourself, and you can watch it be done. And they are also telling you to subscribe so you get your free gun. So make sure you do that. If you aren't subscribed, you'll probably be able to purchase it from the website eventually anyway. But you know, for the subscribers, you get quite a bit of stuff, so it's really good. Thanks very much again. Take care, and see you guys on issue 3. Bye bye.